Morning, YouTubies. How's it going? Alright, this morning I am having cherry Coke. I haven't had one of these in a while. Yum. Get it out here. That's getting all sticky. A Carmel Bavarian cream-filled Long John from Casey's. And it's side of pain pills. Long story short, I was eating some Ruffles potato chips the other night, and the very last chip I ate, it broke back here. You know, as I bit into the chip broke, but part of it went down, you know, my gum. Well, not actually in my gum, but I don't know what it did, but it hurt. That's all I can say. At first, my gum felt swollen, but it never did really hurt. But now, my tongue hurts, like, almost like whatever that chip did, it created chaos. So I'm probably gonna have to, in a little bit here, call and set an appointment for the doctor and see if I can get some antibiotics to take care of that, because it hurts and it hurts to talk. So, and I don't like pain. Oh. Oh my God. I've been swishing with salt water, and other times I'm swishing with mouthwash and taking pain pills, but it's not doing a whole lot of good, so I'm going to set an appointment. Get it taken care of. So how you guys doing? Good, I hope. Yum! This is in honor of my mama. Her birthday was the other day. So, and she always loved the Carmel Bavarian cream-filled Long Johns from Casey's. So this is kind of in honor of her. We had a dinner the other day. I did an honorary dinner for her birthday. I fixed butterfly shrimp, egg rolls, chicken sows, and chicken fried rice. Because that's what she wanted every year. But actually every year she wanted the coconut shrimp. But this year I couldn't find the coconut shrimp. I went back twice at the store, 2 or 3 times. Something like that. Different days. And there wasn't any to be had of the coconut shrimp. So I got butterfly shrimp as an alternative. It was good, but at the same time it wasn't satisfying because it annoyed me that it wasn't coconut shrimp. So it's been forever since I had one of these. I thought having a toothache was bad. You know, many times I've had toothaches, not recently, but thank God. I thought having a toothache was bad, but having your tongue hurt and feel swollen and everything, making it hard to talk, is even worse, I think. Maybe. I don't know. On that. Bad is bad, okay. That's so good. Despite the pain. Ow. I decided to come out here and do this video as quick as I could because it's getting hotter. I guess next week is supposed to be in the hundreds here. Like, I've got to get busy tonight and clean out some space in the fridge, the freezer. our outside freezer so I can put some containers of ice in there, in the freezer. If I can see if I can find a big bucket and make a big bucket of ice for Jax to help keep him cool. Since Dad won't let me have him inside. I want my baby with me. That way I have all 3 of my babies with me, my fur babies. But can't at the moment. Because I guess for one thing, Jack still growls at Dad. He does not like Dad. He's gone up to other people and been okay. I think it depends on the person. I'm not sure really. But yeah, he definitely does not like Dad. I think he senses something. And to me, that speaks volumes. So I really don't like Dad either. If I wasn't related to him, I wouldn't want to know him. But it is what it is. I always joke about... Hang on. One second. Okay. I always joke that I was abducted as a baby by aliens from a different family, and then accidentally put into my parents' home, the wrong family, when they returned me. Sort of like a switched at birth sort of thing. That's my story. I was abducted by aliens and put in the wrong home. They're so good. And the filling is just still very slightly cool. It's like, oh. If you see that real out or not. Because the lighting, my lighting is sucking right now. I got the visor thingy on the window. So. It's beautiful out today. But I think the high is supposed to be like 89. It's like, and I don't know what the humidity is supposed to be. Sometimes that's the killer. I hate when I come out of a building and it's like I get hit with a wall of heat. It's like, oh my God. I prefer it when I go into like Walmart and all of a sudden I get hit with a wall of cool air because the AC. That's what I like. Like, oh. There's times I actually want to stand underneath that AC vent or whatever it is and just like, ah. But of course I can't because people come in and out. I don't want to be in the way. I used to absolutely love it when I worked at Casey's. Back then we had a vehicle that didn't have AC. The AC broke and we didn't have funds to get it fixed. So I'd drive to work with the windows down, sweating my butt off. So by the time I got to work, I was thoroughly hot. Like sweating my butt off and everything. As soon as I would get into work, before I even clocked in, like pretty much every single time in the summer, other times too, but particularly in summer, before I even clocked in, I would head straight to that cooler and go back to the freezer to get cooled off. After I got cooled off, then I'd come out and clock in. My coworkers, they started laughing at me because, zoom, zoom. Like, I gotta get cooled off before I can even do any work. Excuse me. Which I don't know why I did that, because the kitchen was hot as blazes too. We didn't have a working AC in the kitchen. We just had one fan. Like, oh my God. Because my boss was too cheap to buy another fan or get the AC fixed like it's supposed to have been. That's really hard to work when you're in a hot kitchen, like 100, 110 degrees, and trying to make pizzas. And, you know, when you got a lot of pizzas, it's really hard to do. But I did it. I survived. I'm sweating. I was like dripping, rolling down my cheeks and stuff on my forehead. I hate summer. I'm not particularly a fan of winter either, because of the cold. But I can handle the cold at least somewhat better than I can winter. Well, unless it's like really, really, really cold. That's what I don't like, is in winter, is the really, really cold. It's moderate, you know, 30s, 40s, I can handle. If it gets down to 0, hello! I freeze my booty. But it's much easier for me to handle the cold than the heat. Because for one thing, always when I move around, my internal thermostat is broken, and I sweat buckets lately because of that. I can't seem to figure out what is going on. I've had the doctor check my thyroid and other stuff. Everything comes back okay. But it's like, excuse me, something's wrong, something's broken. Fix me. Yeah, couldn't talk. Fix me. So, but yeah, summer, there's only so much you can take off. So, or at least in public. Now, too bad I couldn't sweat like this and actually lose weight. No, I can't do that. I'm trying to lose weight, but, and the doctor even put me on a medication that's sort of a diet pill / depression pill, kind of a 2 birds with 1 stone sort of thing. But I can't even lose weight with that. It's like I lose a little bit, then I gain it. Lose a little bit, then I gain it. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's like, what the hell? I've gotten down to 183 right now. But then on some days, it's like I go back up to 185. So like back and forth on that. Which is somewhat better than what it was, because I was like 189 and then going up to 90. So I can take the 183 to 185. I have to get it booted down a little bit further, but maybe in time. Oh, pretty little Robin. Man, looks fat. You've been eating a lot of worms. Just saying. Oh, sweet. Okay, I'd say, but I can't finish the last little bit. It's sweet. I'll save it for later. Or give it to Jax, since it's not got any chocolate on it. I think I already ate all the caramel on it. So, the rest is just donut. He'll enjoy. That is one thing I do like about having a dog now. So anytime we have leftovers, the leftovers don't, when they go bad, they don't just get thrown away. Because at least now, any leftovers, Jax can eat. So that way, at least it's not a total waste. So, and it makes him happy. We had some leftover butterfly shrimp for Mom's dinner that I forgotten about in the fridge. So he enjoyed it. So made him happy. He is so adorable. I love that dog. I know I said it before. I know. But it's like I cannot praise this dog enough. Except the other day. Oh my God. We went to the park. Well, actually, before we got to the park. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. When we were at home, I got his harness on him, which is a pain in the ass getting his harness on him because he's so excited. He's like all over the place, and then he'll take off and go get his ball and come back up, and I get the rest of his harness hooked up a little bit, and then he'll take off again, and he comes back, and I get the leash on, and just he's all over the place like a little flea because he's so excited, which I love because I love seeing his enthusiasm for going to the park and going for a ride. But got him to the park. Little Ding Dong was so excited about being at the park that he pulled really hard on the leash all of a sudden and yanked it out of my hand. So I had to get him to stop, and I had to get him. He was running with the leash following. So I had to tell him, sit, because that's the only way I can get him to stop, is tell him, sit. And I have to use my mom voice. Sit! Sit! He knows I mean business when I do that. So I finally got the leash again. And then the Ding Dong went around a pole. I have a short leash for him that came with his harness. It's a short leash, but it's got a little elastic piece like in between, in the middle, and then the rest of the leash. Nice leash, nice harness. I got something to tell you about the harness too. A different story. But I have a 26-foot long leash for him that's got one of those retractable thingies. Well, he got all excited about going and peeing on the bushes. But then he started coming around to pee on the picnic table, which he didn't do. He sniffed it and changed his mind. But he went around the pole. And then I couldn't get him to go back around the pole to get untangled. Previously, on other days, I had gotten him to, I'd use the little, that symbol, around symbol, to get him to go around. And he'd do it. It took him a little bit to listen to me and figure it out. But he figured it out at least. But on the other day, he went around and he wouldn't listen to me to go back around, and he wrapped himself around again. So he started panicking and flying around our thing. And somehow or another, he managed to slip out of that harness, and it was still all attached. And the buckles all still attached. Like it was a magic trick. It's like, oh my God, how'd he do that? So because he's all excited, he started taking off. So I had to tell him sit again. And then I had to call him over so I can sit on the picnic bench and get him back in his harness before he went anywhere. And some people came to their car, and I didn't know for sure if he's going to take off towards them or what he was going to do, so I had to hang on to his collar while getting his harness on. I don't know how he did that, and it's still being all attached. It's like, how in the world did you do that? So, but yeah. And then like 2 weeks ago, with the harness, I got it from Amazon. It's a good quality one. It's one of those tactical, military type tactical harnesses. So it's a good one. But I don't know if I still have it in here. Oh, I hope I didn't throw it away. I bet I did. Oh my God. Holy frick, I bet I did. Like a ding dong. A couple weeks ago, I was holding the leash, and Anthony threw the ball for Jax, which he loves his balls. He loves squeaky balls, so he gets super excited about that. He went chasing after it, and it went further than Anthony planned. I guess he threw it a little bit further than he meant to. So here Jax, I still had hold of the leash, like really firmly, and he went running. Well, when he did, he snapped the, what do you call it? The ring that where you clip it for the leash that goes in front. Somehow or another, he snapped that off. The material actually broke on the back side of the where it was sewed, and it was sewed really well. Just the material itself didn't hold, because he's strong. So I guess I'm gonna have to find a different ring, or unless I find the ring that was in here. I had it on the floorboard, and I think I accidentally threw it away when I cleaned the car out earlier. So I'm either have to go buy a new harness so it has the ring, or see if I can find the ring, or find a ring at Walmart and see if I can get some fishing line and sew it back on by hand. That was my plan with the piece that had come off, was to sew it back on with fishing line. He's strong. Most of the time I've gotten where I can handle him. It just, those few times, it's like, oops. So I love him. I love that enthusiasm he has. Oh, another thing that I forgot to tell you guys. Last one, then I'm gonna scoot. It was so funny the other day. We stopped at a stop sign, and he happened to, his squeaky ball, his pink squeaky ball is in the back. So when we stopped at the stoplight, he picked his squeaky ball up, and he had it in his mouth when he stuck his head out the window. I happened to look in the rear mirror and see that he had his ball in his mouth. So here I am in a panic. He's like, oh, he's got his ball in his mouth. He's got a ball in his mouth. Pull over. So Anthony couldn't just pull over right then because of the traffic. So he rolled the window up, and of course Jack's backed up with the ball in his mouth. So luckily he didn't lose his ball. First time he ever done that. Like, oh my God. And when getting him home, when we leave to go for a drive, he's always got to bring his green squeaky ball. He loves that green squeaky ball. He's got to bring it with him, like a security blanket or something. I don't know what you call it. So I put it in the bag and keep it with my phone, my billfold, and all that. And then when we get home, at the beginning I was making a mistake in picking up the bag and then getting his leash and getting him back in the yard. That's a mistake, because he knows, I don't know how he knows, because it's like he can't see in the bag, but it's like he knows that his ball is in that bag, and he'll start trying to jump on me to get that ball because he wants it so bad. So I've learned to leave that ball in the car until I get him in the yard and get his gear off of him, and then come back and get the ball and give it to him, and then of course give him a treat. So But I love him. He's such a goober. Oh, I know. I keep getting stories. I know. When we was at the park 2 weeks ago, I think, something like that. It was after a storm, and there was like a 5-foot long branch laying on the ground. We was getting ready to leave and get back in the car, and he wanted that stick, and he picked it up and started carrying it to the car. So I let him. We brought it home. It took me a little bit to get it in the car because it been so long. I had to get it into the back hatch at an angle to get it in there. But now it's in the yard with him, and he loves that thing. I got him a couple of sticks that went from when we go to the park, because it's harder wood than what we have at home in our surrounding the trees from our area. So it's his chew toys at the moment until I gave him something better. So anywho, I think I'm done. I promise for now. So well, other than that, he makes me so happy. I've been more happy than I've been in a long time, other than have to deal with Dad. So, but okay, I'm gonna scoot. If you guys are new to our channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell. And I'll catch you guys again later. Bye bye.